Welcome back to Blue Rising here in the stunning 12 Lounge. I'm Ellen Ellard.
You certainly are. My name is Richie Driss, and this week we're shining a spotlight on the academy and all the P's, the pathway, the prospects and the players who are already knocking on that first team door.
We are indeed. We have got some brilliant features lined up, including Brad Mayo talking about breaking through, plus Richie is taking on our under-18s. I thought you'd learnt your lesson. At FC26, spoiler alert, it gets a bit fiery, to say the least, at the end.
I love a challenge. My ego just gets the best of me. And of course, we're going to have all of the match action from the men's midweek clash with Wednesday to the women's team staying firmly at the top of the table as well.
England under-21 match tickets are now on general sale for St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Do not miss your chance to see James Beadle and the next generation of England talent right here in Birmingham. You can find your tickets on the website now.
Also, save the date, November 22nd, the Blues' 150th anniversary game against Norwich is coming. You won't want to miss this one.
Milestones this week for players too. Jay Stansfield made his 100th appearance for Blues on Tuesday and celebrated with an early goal in the draw with Sheffield Wednesday. Tomoki Iwata's 300th career appearance came at the weekend against Coventry, and a huge congratulations, of course, to both.
And finally, Karen Carney has swapped the gantry for the glitter ball as she has joined Strictly Come Dancing, and she has already been breaking down the opposition press while breaking into a salsa and shared a special message for the Blues.
Hi Blue Noses, I just want to say thanks to everyone that's given me their support and my fabulous partner Carlos Gu in this year of Strictly Come Dancing. I hope I'm doing you all proud, and obviously the city as well, which is really important to me. You guys know how much Birmingham City means to me as a person and my family, so good luck to everyone, both teams over the weekend, and thanks again for all your support. Keep it on.
Well, she was just absolutely incredible. I could not believe it. Having worked with Kaz on a couple of occasions before, I don't think anyone knew that she had that in her locker, but she is one of the most competitive, in a very positive way, determined people. So there was always that air that if she's going to do something, she's going to do it so well. And my gosh, I just, top of the table already, breaking the curse, hopefully, that footballers are the first to be kicked out of Strictly. It was so good.
I didn't know that was a curse, that footballers will get kicked out early, because you'd think, good with their feet, coordination, be able to be half decent on the dance floor. We'll have to ask Tommy Mooney.
We will indeed. Her, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, already, I mean, Kaz top of the table, very much like the women, but it looks like the curse on footballers is going to be changed this year.
I can't add any more to this conversation because I don't watch Strictly Come Dancing.
So with that in mind, we will turn our attention to the academy, and a young man already making a very big name for himself. Brad Mayo sat down with us to talk all about his 14-year journey from a youngster in the academy to now training with the first team, and why having a strong academy matters so much to the Blues.
Obviously this has been my home now for 14 years. I am not the tallest goalkeeper. I think I've always overcome that obstacle and proved people wrong.
He's brave as a lion. He wants to get involved. He'll come and take crosses, no question about it.
He's always been like larger than life character.
I think it's really valuable with the academy, and I think that the whole process of that, I genuinely don't think I'd be here without the academy process. So I think it's really set me up in good stead to come up to the first team and really thrive. When I was just turned 6, I went down the park with a couple of my friends. I found a pair of football gloves down there, goalkeeping gloves, and that's really when I thought that I wanted to be a goalkeeper. I got a scout come up to me, asking me if I'd like a trial at Birmingham City, and that's from then ever since I really cracked on.
And Leahy looks to take full advantage. Tom Leahy for Millwall, denied by Brad Mayo. Once more to get in behind, the cutback was there. There is Ferguson thrashing his right foot across the ball. A tremendous save from Brad Mayo. Joseph Leahy looks across. Snowden is the one that he's trying to pick out, and it is him that goes for goal. And it is a good save from Mayo.
I knew about Brad from the moment I was in the building, really. He was kind of the outstanding one from the academy at that age group that was coming through.
So I actually did my first session with Brad on my interview to come here. So Brad was 13 in the under-14s year. He's always been like larger than life character, always been really proactive, really clever in what he does. Now that's in training, you put a game on, he's one step ahead trying to break the game, to win the game. He does it in matches, so he'll be one step ahead of what the opponent's doing.
I was mental. I was crazy. I was a fruitcake. I was an absolute fruitcake. I think you have to be a goalkeeper at that age. I am not the tallest goalkeeper. However, I've never had the problem of someone turning around to me and going, "Oh, he's too small." I think I've always overcome that obstacle and proved people wrong, and I will continue doing that for the rest of my career.
I know how high he can jump. He's got great spring in his legs. He's brave as a lion. He wants to get involved. He'll come and take crosses, no question about it. You know, people have a look at him, they'll be very surprised, and that isn't actually a flaw of his. Yeah, every opportunity we got Brad involved with the first team, get him used to that environment.
I think the experience you get from being up here full time, working with such high professional players, it really does improve, and I think I've really come a long way with us getting promoted. I can only thank the lads for making me feel so involved and so welcome.
He's come through and been able to get into the first team squad today. It's testament to how he is as a person that he's stayed in around that environment for as long as he has.
He's blossomed really well. Great personality. The lads love him around the place, and obviously he got rewarded with a contract. You know, he worked so hard to earn that. At times you have to drag him off the training field. You know, there'd be times when the manager's doing, you know, a lot of shape work, so a lot of standing around, but he'll hang around and wait for, you know, Jay Stansfield likes to do some finishing at the end, match day -1 and stuff. And Brad always makes himself available.
The most important challenge and my advice would be to any young kids coming up now is just to enjoy it. Just being able to embrace yourself and show off what you're capable of.
Love it. You can really tell what a difference the academy makes to the lads coming through, especially in a position like being a goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of the academy, dare I say, you couldn't resist throwing yourself back into action this week. How many times, Richie, do we go through this? You need to learn your lesson.
I know. My ego is just too much, apparently. The under-18s challenged me to a red-hot game of FC 26. And to say things got a little bit spicy at the end is an understatement, Alan.
I cannot wait to see this.
Last time I was here at KPC, I got palenkered by a 12-year-old. So having burnt all of my goalkeeping kit, binned all my gloves and given up playing entirely, I thought I'd come back here and attempt to redeem myself on FC 26. Hopefully. Right, so the bet is the loser, tablespoon of hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah? Done. All right. Apparently you reckon you're the best in the academy team.
I don't want to do too much talking.
Okay. All right, should we do it?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Salif, what position do you play at the under-18s?
Left back.
Enjoying it?
Yeah.
Who do you look up to most, like in the Birmingham first team?
First team, probably Damari Gray.
Yeah.
Because he came from the academy.
You're making a mockery of my back line here, and I can tell that is your football brain switched on, finding the space, finding the right passes. Unlike me, who can't even string a pass together, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Alright, watch this.
Where are you going? Watch what?
Watch this.
Where are you going? Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. How long until we see you in the first team?
I'm not sure. I'll try my hardest to get that chance. But yeah, pretty soon I'll see it, yeah.
But you're being looked after here, aren't you, with regards to, like, you're getting educated as well as playing all of the football as well?
Yeah, we get a lot of support.
Nice.
Patience becomes a virtue.
Okay, DJ, I can tell already that you've got a real footballing brain on you, because the way that you are making passes and runs into space is a joke. What position do you play?
Centre back.
Centre back, okay. Captain's armband as well?
Nah, not in my age group. Our captain is our left back.
Nice,
Yeah,
fair play.
left back is our captain, yeah.
Fair. Who do you look up to most in like the Birmingham first team?
Probably Bright. Probably. Yeah.
Brazier, Sammy.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool, any particular reason?
I feel like he's just really good, and he's Nigerian as well, so obviously adds to it as well. Cause
Love that.
Yeah, that's the national team I probably want to call for.
Yeah. Okay, cool. For the record, see you at the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Definitely.
Well, let's see what they do from here.
That's a great ball. That's a shame. That's really embarrassing. Okay, who's next to have their ego boosted and feel really good about themselves?
I think that's
Here he is. Go on, Denzel.
That's me.
Have a seat. I hear you are the best when it comes to FIFA.
That's it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. I think you should play with the control upside down.
I'll close my eyes.
If you go 3 up, either close your eyes, control upside down, or
I'll use my
one-handed.
feet. I'll use my
Yeah. Denzel, I will say that all the pressure is on you because, as you've seen, my track record so far is horrible. So, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? What?
There we go, that's one.
Scored in 35 seconds.
Last one.
What about you personally, like highlight of the season so far?
I would say the Hungary tour, I think, was a really good experience. Like, it was really professional. Like, it gave me an insight to like what the lifestyle of a professional footballer really is like. Having to wake up early, train, and then lunch and train again. Like, especially abroad, it just was a really nice feeling. And then the match to end it off, I think we played well. We ended up winning 1-0. It was just a really good experience overall.
And did that like sort of feed into your hunger to make it as a professional footballer? Yeah.
100%.
Love that.
100%.
In 3 games, I scored 2 goals and conceded 11. This can't see the light of day.
No, you can see the 12 actually.
Oh, great. Cheers. Brilliant. Brilliant. This can't see the light of day. What is that?
Yep. And we don't just have one, we got 3 of those, so.
3 different sources.
Go
on.
Oh.
Cheers. Bottoms up.
That's the worst one. Yeah.
That's the worst one.
Yeah. Take that. Yeah.
That's the worst one. That tastes quite strong. Right, I need a drink of water and something stronger.
Well, good to see that your throat's recovered in time.
Only just.
That was really fun, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. I am never, ever going to watch that back. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to the KPC. It's my bogey ground, apparently.
I think you're contractually obliged to, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably.
Right, so let's bring in Will and Tommy to talk all things the academy, because it feels like the pathway to the first team is stronger than it's ever been. Tommy, looking in from the outside, I know other clubs as well, you've had a real strong involvement in academy pathways. What are your views on KPC?
Well, it was poor performance.
That's being really kind.
I have to say, let's gloss over it and just leave it there. I think the academy now has developed, certainly over the last 2 or 3 years. It used to be a place where there was no ex-players allowed. The coaches were all very young, dealing with big squads. A lot of people have worked very hard in the academy over many, many years, but now we're starting to see the fruits of ex-players being involved, people who know what they're doing being in charge of it, and also the recruitment in the academy. It's always good. Now we're not just getting the players that other clubs in the area don't want. We're actually attracting young players to the football club.
The thing that struck me most every single time I've gone there is not only that, for example, Denzel, DJ and Salif, as well as being pretty good at football, were just well-rounded, educated individuals as well. How much do you think that has an effect on footballers overall going forward?
It's a big part of it. You obviously spend more time off the pitch than you do on it, as an academy player, as a first-team player. So it's about how you develop as a human being. And I certainly think since the academies became more professional, however many years ago that was, that's a big thing. It's about developing a human being, not just a footballer, because you're going to be a human being for a lot longer than you are a footballer. So, maybe I missed those days.
Yeah, I'd like to go back and see the reports on you actually, Tommy. And
never developed as a human, but I was okay at football.
Hey, stop talking yourself down. You're a great bloke.
And well, of course, from a fan's perspective, we saw it this summer with Damari Gray coming home. Everyone here at Birmingham City loves to get behind a homegrown player.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see Dimmy score on Tuesday night, and I think that was a real positive. And those positives come from the academy as well. Like Tommy mentioned, we've had so many of them come through, but just the way the emphasis Knighthead and Tom Wagner have put on making that a real priority for our club, because so much can come for it. And I think it's becoming a real destination club in the area. Obviously, other noisy neighbours maybe have sort of taken a march on that over the last couple of seasons, and you maybe see that with them players coming through for that way. But I really feel like we are the destination going forward. If you look at the trajectory, obviously with everything going in with the infrastructure, including the academy, like you want to be at Birmingham, you want to be part of that. And I think, yeah, for Damari Gray, Jordan Jameses, the Bellinghams, I think we're going to get more of them.
So going from the men's academy to the women's side of things and looking at one of our brightest young talents in the squad.
Yeah, Neve Herron has just made her 50th appearance for Blues Women, and she sat down with Molly Jennings to talk about that milestone, her Dream 5-a-side team, and her goals for the future.
Neve, thanks for joining us. You made your 50th appearance for us against Newcastle. It's a big milestone. How does it feel?
Yeah, delighted. Obviously, I've been here 2 seasons now. This is my 3rd one. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm just glad to be playing week in, week out.
And looking back at your time with the club so far, has there been a memorable match or standout moment?
I would probably say the London City game, even though I didn't play. I think for the club in the women's game, I think it was a big milestone. And even though I wasn't involved on the pitch, it was an amazing experience to be involved off it, and I think that's how we aim the crowds to be week in, week out. So yeah, I think if we can try and encourage fans along a lot more, then we'll enjoy them big moments together.
Last season you scored 2 goals, your first 2 goals for the club. What experience and what stood out about those to you?
I was just more relieved, to be honest. I think I waited a long time to score against Sheffield last season, so I was obviously delighted with it, and then a second came not long after. But yeah, I like to pride myself on clean sheets more than anything, so to get on the score sheet's just a bonus.
Was there a particular match across your time at Blues so far where you felt that you've really grew as a player or made a turning point in your career?
I don't think I could pinpoint a match. I think as a player I've definitely developed since I've come. Definitely since Amy's come in, I think she obviously spends a lot of time doing a lot of detail and work for us individually and as a team. So I think I'm only going to get better and learn a lot more. So I'm just excited to keep seeing how that can go.
Who have been the biggest influences? Obviously you mentioned Amy there, but have there been any others during your time here that have helped you develop?
Yeah, I think, look, it's a team game. I think all the girls contribute week in, week out. Everyone tries to make you better. The level of training obviously adds to that. And I think as a team, we've got some amazing players that I'm very fortunate to play with and have played with. We had Lou Quinn, who I was obviously very fortunate enough to play alongside. And I think she's definitely someone that I was able to learn a lot off. But yeah, I think collectively, there's a lot of people that I could name.
And finally, if you could look ahead to your hopefully 100th appearance for the club, what do you hope to have achieved by then?
Yeah, I think everyone's going to say, if they were sat here, promotion's the big one. I think being so close last year and just missing out as a team and as an individual, it's something that I would love to win.
Thanks, Neve.
Thank you.
Well, another big win for Blues Women keeps them unbeaten, top of the table, 10 points from 4 games. I hate to say momentum building, it feels well and truly like it's already
set
here.
in stone, isn't it? And it's not just the results either, the performances themselves have been dominant. This is a team that looks ready to stay top of the league, although, Ellen, things didn't go quite as smoothly against Sheffield United.
G, it's a lovely pass. And it's a penalty. Penalty given by the referee. McKenna went down. He was trying to figure out who it was exactly, but it was McKenna. There it is, Rebecca McKenna. A left foot taken down by Lafayette inside the box, and it is a penalty. Lucy Quinn versus Katie Keane, who will come out as the winner in this battle. Lucy Quinn steps up. And it's 1-0, Birmingham City lead. This is just what they needed. Hard and low, bottom left, no chance for the goalkeeper. He's revealed. That's a lovely ball through to Ralph, and she can chip the goalkeeper. Ralph And it's in! And Sheffield United get the equaliser. I believe Lucy Thomas had a touch, but it does not matter. Sheffield United have their goal. Now Birmingham City are launching an attack. This one is launched forward, and oh, what a mistake from the goalkeeper Keane. And this could be 2-1, and it is 2-1. Katie Keane with the big mistake. Absolutely gifting it to Birmingham City. And they say thank you very much. Launched forward by Sari. We thought Katie Keane had it covered, but she didn't. And Lily Crosswaite had to put it in the back of the net with almost nobody in there.
So, got the win, but as I said beforehand, it wasn't quite the smooth sailing and the dominant performance that we may be used to.
No, I think a lot of teams this year will look at Sheffield United and can maybe go into it with a little bit of complacency. I'm not saying the Blues did that in any way, because they fought all the way to the end to get the 3 points and the win in the end, which, you know, we saw the fine margins that the league came down to last year. So important to get those 3 points. But Sheffield United will be a tricky customer this season. They parted ways with their manager. They brought in a new goalkeeper on temporary emergency loan from Leicester City. And, you know, big error right at the end, which we saw, but you don't see in those highlights the number of big saves that Keane made as well.
Yeah.
So Blues peppering the goal. Really good to see that resilience all the way to the end after taking the lead in the second half through the penalty. Great to see Crosswaite get another goal. That's 3 from her, 4 games, 4 goal involvements. What more could you ask for from a summer side?
This is it. It was a dogged performance as well, and it shows the sign. It's the sign of champions. Hopefully, touch wood, that such a dogged performance earned them the victory in stoppage time.
Yeah, you need the resilience in this league. We saw it last year, last season. You know, really heartbreaking end to the season. Very much like the men's side here, we've seen a high turnover of players. Lots out the door, lots coming in. We know they don't always settle quickly. I think one of the impressive things is just how quickly Amy Merricks have got this team firing on all cylinders. New signings look great. The returning or older heads in the squad shown real true leadership as well. Clearly done a lot to get them embedded into the squad. So I think there's lots of things to look forward to with this Blues squad, and not too hesitant to say it. I think there's another couple of gears that they can click into before the end of the season.
Probably worth touching on the Blues defence as well, because it was only a brilliant through ball that cut them open last night. Otherwise, assured.
Yeah, a really strong performance from the defence. I think it's going to be one of those things when we brought so many strikers, so many great attacking players into the squad, the defence might just take a little bit more time to settle. So for me, not concerning at all the fact that there has been a few goals conceded here and there. I think in the Championship as well, it's such a chaotic league, as Tommy, I'm sure you will be able to talk about as well from a striker's perspective. You're coming up against teams who are going to be playing low blocks, who haven't maybe necessarily got the quality of teams at the top end of the table who've been able to spend the money. And then, of course, the quality of pitches as well. One week, these players will be playing at Bramall Lane, they'll be playing here at St Andrews. The next week, they'll be on AstroTurf on what, you know, will seem a lot of a smaller pitch. And so that does bring its own challenges, not just for the forwards, but for the defence as well.
No, absolutely. It is a very different environment for the women's teams when they go to away games. And we had Louise in the studio talking about it. You know, it's such a short amount of games as well, as much fewer games than there is in the men's league. So it's so important that you're on the ball week in, week out. I mean, the Sheffield United goal was a fabulous finish, but perhaps a defensive mistake, but to still created so many opportunities. And like you say, the goalkeeper made so many saves. So yeah, the results, like in any game of football, is the most important thing. Yeah, you want to enjoy it, but if you're honest about it, you need to win.
So back to the men's side of things, and well, it's been a mixed week, hasn't it? With the defeat on the road against Coventry, followed by yet another last-minute goal to earn the draw in the midweek clash against Wednesday on Tuesday night. My heart is still going a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, most definitely. The adrenaline is pumping through, but it's worth keeping our feet on the ground, because another last-minute goal, the definition of keeping right on until the end of the road. And it's also important to note that 8 games in, 3 points off third place.
Yeah.
So that's still positive.
Yeah, I think absolutely. It really looks like this year's Championship is going to be so closely fought all the way until the end. Always a competitive league, and this year it does look very exciting. So let's take a look back at the highlights from Tuesday night's draw.
Blues left winger controls the ball on his right foot, offloads to Tommy Doyle. Doyle will look towards Patrick Roberts, and Stansfield will charge on! Well, the first goal was imperative tonight, and Jade Stansfield, through sheer will and determination, makes the breakthrough in Stano fashion.
Dangerous still.
Jamal Lowe's in, and Jamal Lowe scores. Smash and grab by Sheffield Wednesday. A mistake at the back from Blues. Whipped in by Bannon, and squeezed home by George Brown. And Wednesday have turned things around at St Andrews. The youngster off the bench. In it comes from Cochrane, last chance for Blues. Flicked on by Dykes. Kyogo flicks it on, it's still alive. Leonard! Flicked away by Wednesday. Demore Gray, it's in! Chris Davis pedalling down the touchline to join the Tilton Bedlam. And Demore Gray cherry-picking his moment to reopen his account with Blues.
Wow, what a finish.
Hell of a volley.
That goal from Demore Gray had been coming for a while, and it was great to see how much it meant to him and, of course, the rest of the club.
Yeah, most definitely. Chris Davis sprinting down the touchline to get involved as well. Wonderful to see.
So let's break it down. 71% of the possession, Tommy, 20 shots, 5 of those on target. What did you make of it all?
Much better performance, wasn't it? I think we started both halves really well. Obviously got the early goal, and what a goal, by the way. Jay Stansfield's finish. That is a really difficult skill. It's looped up into the air. He's only got a small area to hit as well, and hitting it on the half volley. Really, really well taken goal. Good atmosphere again, and then the finish. Well, you love the finish, don't you?
Yeah, very much out of my own wheelhouse, that sort of thing. Just leg up high, volley in, 90th minute winner. That's what I do.
Through a body of players with the goalkeeper stood next to you.
Yes.
What more do you want?
Well, Tommy said it was an interesting watch. I think that's maybe an understatement from your perspective as one of the fans in the stands. We say our hearts were going like that. It was quite the roller coaster.
Yeah, I mean, you've used the line keep right on. Joys and sorrow sort of comes to mind as well, just because it was very up and down. I think that both goals, one obviously arch nemesis Barry Bannon whips in an unbelievable ball, and then it's a mistake for the goal. I think everyone's clear there are issues, but I just truly believe that Chris Davis is the manager to sort those issues. He's going to be more aware of those than anyone. I truly believe that we'll get it right, and with the run of games that we've got as well, I think that's when we'll sort of find an 11 and really get into our stride.
I think you talk about what a manager develops in a dressing room. He's the creator, the curator, call you what you like, of that winning desire and the attitude in the dressing room. And we've seen it now 3 times already this season with late goals. Yes, they're dramatic. We'd like them to be winners as opposed to equalisers, but it's about having that desire and, you know, showing dignity to the supporters to represent the badge. And they've done that 100% this season.
Wrexham on Friday night and then an international break. Has it come at the right time or not? I know.
No international break comes at the right time.
True.
It's a joke.
But being positive, has it positively come at the right time?
Well, we'll see that with the result against Wrexham, won't we? But we all know what dates they were, so the players know what's happening, the staff know what's happening, and, you know, we've got a lot of internationals within our squad. That's a success of our recruitment now. So I think take the positives out of it.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think they'll be I don't think they've won at home yet this season, have they, Wrexham? Fact checked, that's correct. And I think it's going to be they're very physical counter-attacking side under Phil Parkinson, which will be interesting. I like this game in terms of, like, we really need to be up for it with the physicality, and like that should be something that's a staple of any Blue side. So go there with that attitude, put in a good performance, and then I think, it makes those sort of 10 days of the international break a bit more peaceful.
And of course, we'll bring you all of the best of the action from on and off the pitch in the next show. But for now, that is all we have time for in this week's Blue Rising. Huge thanks to to you guys for joining us. As always, you're brilliant. And of course, thank you to you for watching.
Yeah, it's the international break again already. So there's going to be no Blue Rising next week, as we're going to be taking a short break as well.
But we'll be back and better than ever in our new studio over at Epic. Can't wait.
Bring it
New
on.
home. And hopefully we'll be joined by a few very special guests as well. Until then.